Today I'm going to be teaching you how to solve simultaneous equations normally and how to do it graphically as well. So I'll be going through a few examples, and because this is grade 5 level, it can come up in both the higher and the foundation paper. And in the foundation, it can come towards the end because grade 5 is the highest grade you can get, and in the higher, it's around the middle. Okay, so let's start off with this question. It's 4 marks. And with simultaneous equations, once you work out one value, it's very easy to work out the other value because all you need to do is substitute it back. So what we're going to do first is I want to cancel out the x's. And I'm going to do this by getting both x's to 10. I'm going to times the top one by 2 and the bottom one by 5. So we get 10x minus 4y equals 46. And then we get 10x minus 15y is 90. Okay, so once we've got this, now we can cancel out my x's by the process of elimination. So I'm just going to put a subtract there because I've cancelled my x's. Let me actually not do that because that's going to confuse you guys. But basically, we've cancelled out our x's. Now we're going to do minus 4 minus 15, which is 11y. And then we're going to do 46 minus 90 is minus 44. And then y is just going to be minus 44 divided by 11, which is minus 4. So we figured out y equals minus 4. Now to solve x, we can just substitute y into any of these equations. I'm just going to put in the bottom one because we've got 2x. So 2x minus 3 times by minus 4. So 2x minus 3 times by minus 4 is plus 12 is 18. So we're going to do minus 12. Oops, getting a little bit messy. So we're going to do minus 12 on both sides. So then we can eventually just get our x value. So then we get 2x equals 6 because 18 minus 12 is 6. Then we do divided by 2 on both sides, and then x is 3. So then our final values are y equals minus 4 and x equals 3, which is correct. So that's basically how you do it. So just make sure first we need to just work out one, then you substitute it into the equation. Let's go through another example. This one's slightly easier because we don't really have to times the equation. So let's have a look. So it says here that we have 4x plus 3y is 18 and x minus 3y is 7. Okay, if we just do plus 3 minus 3, you're going to get 6. So if you just do plus 3 plus minus 3, we should get 0. So if I just add these equations, I should be able to cancel out the y value. One thing that you also need to know is that if we have two of the same signs, that means that you are adding them. But then if you have like different signs like that, you're going to subtract the values. So this is quite important because it does come up quite a bit. Let me just get rid of that so I have more space. So we're going to do 4x plus x, which is 5x. And now this is where the point of, plus plus and plus minus. So plus 3 plus minus 3 plus 3, the plus minus becomes a minus, so 0. And then 18 plus 7 is 25. So now I know x is obviously 5 because 25 divided by 5 is 5. Now all I need to do is substitute my x into one of the equations. And I'm just going to do it in the top one. 4 times 5 is 20. And I'm just going to move the 3y here. It doesn't really matter. 3y plus 20 equals 18. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to minus the 20 on both sides. Then we get 3y equals 18 minus 20. 3y equals minus 2. So then y is minus 2 divided by 3, which is minus 0.6, or you could just write this. And let's have a look at another question. If you could try and solve it out first before we go over it, so you can pause the video. Okay, so first of all, we want to eliminate one variable. So I'm going to start with trying to eliminate the x's because we've got in the same value. So 2x minus 2x is no 0x. Then we have plus 5 minus minus, which is an add. So plus 5 minus minus y would just be 6y. And then we have minus 10. And then minus 8 is minus 18. So minus 18 divided by 6 is just going to be minus 3. So y equals minus 3. Simple. Now the next thing we want to do is substitute into the equation. So 2x minus minus 3 equals 8. So two minuses are going to make an add. So 2x plus 3 is 8. Minus 3 on both sides. 2x equals 5. So then x is 2.5 or 5/2. So let's just highlight our values, our correct answers. So y is minus 3 and x is 2.5. Right, let's have a look at another question. So this question says solve the simultaneous equations. We have 4x plus 2y is 10 and 5x plus 3y is 12. So for this one, we want to get it to a similar value. So I'm going to just choose to cancel out the y's. I'm going to times this one by 3 and times this one by 2 to get it to 6y. So we have 12x plus 6y is 30. 5x times by 2 is 10x. Plus 6y is 24. And now you can see we can easily cancel out our y's by just subtracting the two equations. 12 minus 10 is 2x. And obviously the y's have cancelled out. 30 minus 24 is 6. So x is simply going to be 3. Now we're going to substitute it back into the equations. So x is 3. So 4 times 3 is 12. Plus 2y equals 10. So basically 2y plus 12 equals 10. So that means I'm just going to subtract by 12 on each side. So 2y is minus 2. So that means minus 2 divided by 2 is obviously going to be minus 1. So let's just fix that. So therefore, the final answer is going to be y equals minus 1. So let's just highlight our answers. So y is minus 1 and x equals 3. Okay, let's have a look at an example where they expect you to devise an equation without giving you an equation. So they want you to make the equation from the information that they've given you. So it says here, in a shop, 2 coffees and 3 cakes cost $9.95. In the same shop, 1 coffee and 4 cakes cost $10.35. Work out the price for 1 coffee and the price for 1 cake. So I don't like how they're both C and C because you can get confused. So I'm just going to do co and car. We could just do X and Y, it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to do 2 co plus 3 car is $9.95, just like that. And then we're going to do C co plus 4 car is $10.35. Okay, right. So now I want to eliminate a variable. So I want to, if I just times this equation by 2, I can then just eliminate that. So I'm going to use a different pen. So 2 co is now 8 car, and then 10.35 times by 2 would just give you 20.70. Okay, so now if I just subtract these equations, 2 co minus 2 co is 0 co. 3 car, 3 minus plus 8, minus plus just means minus, is minus 5 car. And then 9.95 minus 20.70 is minus 1075. So it is a little bit of confusing because I've used co and cal. You can literally just use x. So then cakes, CA, which is cakes, is going to be equal to minus 1075 divided by minus 5, which is going to be £2.15. So that's my value. That's how much the cake costs. I'm just going to put a pound sign. And this is our answer for cakes. Now we want to work out how much our coffees are. Okay. So literally you're just going to substitute it. I'm going to put it into the first one. So 3, 2, I'm just going to do C now because I've worked out that. Times by 3 times 2, 15 is 645 is 995. Okay, then you're just going to minus 645 on both sides. Very simple. To get 2C equals 995 minus 645 is £3.50. And then I'm just going to divide this by 2 to just get C, which is going to be 175. £1.75. So as you can see, it's just if you practice this and just make sure you get the values to the same. As you can see, I got the coffees to the same value, so then I can eliminate it and found one variable, then it's pretty easy. Right, so let me show you how you work out simultaneous equations graphically. It sounds hard, but trust me, it's actually pretty easy. So they've spoken to you about the graphs, what the equations are. They've given you the simultaneous equations, and literally what you do to solve to find x and y, you're not going to answer it. Do not answer it. You don't, it's much easier than that. Just look where the two lines intersect. And as you can see, the x coordinate is 2 and the y coordinate is 4. So literally solved. It's that easy. I hope you guys benefited from this video. Please let me know any topics from maths or science that you want me to cover, and I'll see you guys next time. Please make sure to subscribe, like, share. Thank you guys. Bye.